Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is NIA-SUE binti Muhammad Sokri for ACC 407 Fundamental Financial Accounting and Reporting. We will be doing a presentation regarding a sole proprietorship business. This is a group assignment which consists of 4 members, Khalili Sofina binti Azmi, me myself NIA-SUE binti Muhammad Sokri, Latisha Sharina binti Sharhan, and lastly Muhammad Adil Akmal bin Rusli. In this assignment, we are assigned to conduct an interview with the owner of the business to do some research regarding the background of the business characteristics, classification of business item, the recording process in the business, and its strength and weakness. First and foremost, I will be explaining on the background of the business, which is about what do they sell, where the shop is located at, when they operate the business, and what is the owner's capital. So the business that we chose is a clothing brand business named Hana Aimi Kebaya Nyonya, located at 31 Jalan Laksmana, Bandar Hilir, Melaka. This business is registered in SSM under the name of Rahika Enterprise as a partnership business. The owner took over this business from his aunt, which was at first a sole proprietorship business, but now it is officially a partnership. However, the partner did not charge for any taxation and did not intervene in decision making also with managing this shop. So technically, this business works solely and managed by only one owner, and by this characteristic, it resembles that this business works as a sole proprietorship business instead of partnership. The owner's capital would be from personal loans amounting around 60,000 ringgit, and this shops only sells traditional kebaya nyonya cloth, batik, and kebaya accessory. The owner does not hire any tailor. Instead, he gets the stock from supplier and he resells the end product at his shop. This business operates daily from 10 a.m. until 6 p.m.
Next, I will be presenting the business characteristics of Hana Aimi Kebaya Nyonya, a boutique business that specializes in Nyonya style kebaya. This business is legally registered under the Suruhanjaya Syarikat Malaysia SSM as a partnership. However, in practice, it functions entirely as a sole proprietorship. This business is owned and operated solely by Mr. Aiman, who makes all the key business decisions, without input or involvement from any other partner. Despite being registered as a partnership, the second named partner does not play any active role in ownership, decision-making, or financial contributions. In reality, all capital are funded solely by Mr. Aiman, largely through a personal loan. The business began operations in 2021. All profits and losses are borne by Mr. Aiman alone. There is no profit sharing, and tax obligations, including those to LHDN, are entirely under his responsibility. This means he is personally liable for the business finances. Importantly, the business carries unlimited liability since it is not a separate legal entity. If the business were to incur debts beyond its assets, creditors could legally go after Mr. Aiman's personal asset to recover what is owed. This exposes him to significant financial risk. To support financial management, Mr. Aiman hires an accountant and uses an accounting software called Niagawan. This is to maintain, organize, and up-to-date financial records. These records are essential for tracking business performance and fulfilling tax obligations. Hana Aimi also adopts a self-service business model, allowing customers to browse and shop at any time. This approach reduces the need for large staff, keeping operational costs low and improving efficiency. In conclusion, while Hana Aimi is registered as a partnership on paper, it operates entirely like a sole proprietorship. Mr. Aiman assumes full control, responsibility, and risk. This business structure offers him complete independence and flexibility, but also means he bears all the liabilities and consequences.
Hi, my name is Akalili Sofina. So I'll be presenting about classification of Hana ini Kabaya Nyonya. So the business transaction of Hana ini Kabaya Nyonya can be categorized into five main accounting elements, which are asset, liabilities, capital, revenues, and expenses. However, according to the honor statement, no drawings were taken for personal use. Therefore, drawings will not be included in this classification. So first element that we will look into is asset. So what is asset? An asset is a resource that a company or owner holds with an assumption it will bring benefit in the future after liquidation, and it is recorded in the company balance sheet in the case of business. So Hana ini kebayaan Nyonya own it asset for the purpose of company business. As for non-current asset, Hana, Hana ini kebayaan Nyonya has tangible non-current asset which can be seen in the physical store, such as fittings and furniture. For example, fittings in body form, which is mannequin, wall display, racks, and hanger. In addition to gadgets, the company also owns other type tangible non-current asset at HAKN. Gadgets such as barcode scanner, cash register, and tables are essential tools used to support daily business operation. For instance, computer assists in managing inventory and financial record. POS system handles sales transaction. Tablets are used for customer service and mobile checkout, and scanner help with stock tracking and pricing accuracy. Based on information provided by the owner during an interview session, HK and current asset include cash and inventory. The owner estimate that the total value of all in-store asset, comprising about running stock and cash, would amount to approximately 60,000 if fully liquidated. Furthermore, the owner confirmed that the business does not hold any account receivable. This decision stems from a previous negative experience during the COVID-19 pandemic, which led the company to adopt a more conservative approach by avoiding credit sales. Despite this, the business continued to operate by fulfilling bulk and wholesale order when there is a demand. Next, I'll continue with the liabilities. So liabilities represent funds provided by external parties that a business used to acquire assets. According to the owner of HKN during the interview session, the company non-current liability consists of a personal loan of 20,000 obtained from a family member to serve as initial capital for starting the business. The owner also confirmed that no loans were taken from external creditors or financial institutions such as banks for long-term financings. In terms of current liabilities, the owner stated that HKN does not have any outstanding account payable or trade creditors. Instead, the company operates on a cash basis using revenue generated from sales to replenish inventory and fund ongoing operations. The owner also noted that repayment toward the personal loan are made consistently using revenue from the business. So next, I'll be continuing with the capital. So capital refers to the fund or asset contributed by the owner to initiate and sustain a business. So the owner of Hanak Aimi Kabaya Nyonya stated that the store initially operated as a convenience shop offering a variety of products. At the time of acquisition, the existing business was valued at approximately 20,000, which is included both current and non-current assets. Upon taking over the business, the owner contributed an additional 20,000 in capital to establish a rebrand the store as Hana Aimi Kabaya Nyonya. Subsequently, as the business generated revenue, the owner reinvested a further 20,000 from the earnings back into the company to strengthen its capital base. As a result, the total value of the business, inclusive of all asset and capital contribution, amount to approximately 60,000. So next, I'll be proceed with the revenues. So, revenue referring to the income refers to the gross increase in owner equity that arise from the owner's primary business activities conducted to generate earnings. Hashtag generates its revenue primarily through the daily sales of clothing products. According to the owner statement, the business earned an annual revenue ranging between 250,000 and 300,000 derived from consistent retail operation throughout the year. Last but not least, I'll be proceed with the expenses. So expenses represent the cost of asset consumed or services utilized in the process of generating income. HKN or Hana Imi Kabayan Nyonya incurs several essential operating expenses in its business operation. Notably, the owner does not own the store premises located at Jonker Street, Malacca, but instead rent a mid-sized retail unit at a monthly rate of 2,800. In addition to rental costs, the business also subscribed to accounting software called Niagawan, which support daily sales tracking and financial reporting. Niagawan offer a comprehensive cloud-based system that manage accounting, inventory, sales, and business reporting. Key features include mobile access, e-invoice generation, sales and expense tracking, and complete financial statement to improve business transparency and decision making. The owner justify he commonly and frequently use apps Niagawan for balance sheet for income tax reporting purposes, which is individual taxation. The subscription fee for Niagawan is 400 per year, which is considered part of the company administrative expenses. So apart from that, the owner as well subscribe StoreHub and pay 2,000 yearly for subscription. The purposes is for processing in-store sales transaction, fast checkout with barcode scanning and receipt printing, and real-time sales tracking. And then HKN also engage an accountant on a part-time or freelance basis with an annual expenditure of 2,000 for accounting-related services. The accounting is not employed full-time but is paid per assignment primarily to manage sales documentation and other financial tasks as needed. So, as HKN operated under an enterprise structure, it is not subject to corporate taxation. Instead, any business income is declared under the owner personal income tax. Therefore, these are not tax expenses recorded under company financial statement.
Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is Aidil. So for my part, I will explain about how Hana Aimi Kebaya Nyonya manage their financial records, and we will look to the methods that they are using to record their processes and what does the advantages and disadvantages of their systems. So there are three methods that this company use to keep track of their money, which are: first, they are using Niagawan accounting software. Then the company also employ a professional accountant. And lastly, the owner's own record keeping, which he used to keep their financial statement by their own. So these are the three methods that helps to make sure their financial management is accurate and efficient. So first, let's talk about Niagawan accounting software. Niagawan accounting software is a software that helps to record daily sales expenses of the business, and it gives real-time information which is very useful in a busy area. Then it also saves time by doing routine tasks automatically. And the second method was the owner employ a professional accountant, which is this accountant in the business helps to handle harder tasks like following business law, preparing financial reports, and managing taxes. So this is important to the business because the business is a partnership actually, but they work like a sole proprietorship. And the last method of the company use is the owner personal record keeping. So the owner in this business also keep his own financial records because this gives him full capacity and control to the quick access of the important for their financial information. So it helps him to make a fast decision and keep their business profitable. So now let's talk about the strengths and the weaknesses of the recording process used by Hana Aimi Kebaya Nyonya. So the combination of three systems, which is using Niagawan accounting software, hiring professional accountant, and lastly the owner involvement in the bookkeeping recording process, brings several strengths, which are: the process is less time consuming. The process is less time consuming because Automation accounting software helps record transaction quickly and reduce manual work. So this saves a lot of time for the business. Next, it is secure since the financial is well managed and well organized, and lastly protected because it is making sure that the important information stays safe. And the third one was the system allows for easy reporting. Why there is an easy reporting? Because the owner can quickly generate financial reports which helps in monitoring the business's performance without hassle. And lastly, automation. So the automation take care of routine bookkeeping tasks automatically. This reduces human error and makes the process more efficient. So now let's moving on to the weaknesses of the recording process. So the first weakness of the recording process, can be costly. Why? Because the business has to pay for the software license and also hire a professional accountant. So this will add up the expenses of the company. Second one is will not always accurate. This is mean by the mistake can still happen, especially when the data is entered manually, which can affect the quality of the records. And lastly, there can be technical issues such as software bugs or crashes. So these problems may cause the delays or even the loss of the data, which can disrupt the recording process.
To conclude, we have a few key takeaways about the financial management approach of Hana Aimi Kebaya Nyonya. First, our recommendation is to regularly upgrade the accounting software. As technology continues to evolve, newer versions of software often come with better features, improving security, better integration options. Staying up to date not only helps the business adapt to changing financial standards and regulations, but also minimizes errors and streamlines the entire accounting process. This is crucial for a business aiming for long-term growth and sustainability. Second, in our opinion, the decision to hire a qualified accountant has been a very effective move by the owner. Paired with the use of dedicated software like Niagawan, this setup ensures that the business financial records are accurate, up-to-date, and professionally managed. With that in place, the owner can focus more on growing the business while trusting that the financial side is well taken care of. It's also worth highlighting that Hana Aimi consistently reports profit, indicating good financial health and effective business strategies. The structured accounting process not only supports daily operations but also offers clearer insights into the business cash flow, aids in better decision making, and help identify issues early. This adds to the credibility of the business and builds investors' and customers' confidence. Finally, to summarize, accounting plays a vital role in business success. It supports everything from financial tracking and planning to smarter decision making. With the right tool and expert support, a business like Hana Aimi is well positioned to remain stable, competitive, and ready for future growth.